Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Okay, real talk. We're all kind of hooked on our phones. It's full of shiny apps designed to keep your attention captive forever. But there's real-life stuff to do other than scrolling, and I'm here to help. I'm Christina Quinn, the host of Try This, a podcast from The Washington Post. The show explores solutions for life's common problems. And this season, we're learning to tame the dopamine beast and reclaim our attention in this noisy and distracting world. So let's tame the beast together. Find Try This from The Washington Post wherever you listen.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lashley. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
104.7 Kiss FM. It's John Jay and Rich. Remember a couple weeks ago I was working on a game, and Peyton wasn't here, so she didn't get to experience me brainstorming this game. Peyton, the game I came up with is called What Came First.
Okay.
John just got a game for you.
Okay, so what came first, Peyton? The Ford Mustang or the Beatles' first album?
Ford Mustang, I think the Mustang. The Ford Mustang.
Rich, do you know the answer to this?
I don't, but I'm going to go with Peyton. Mustang.
The Ford Mustang came out in 1964.
Ooh.
The Beatles' first album came out in 1963.
Oh.
Kyle, what came first, the Eiffel Tower or the first flight by the Wright brothers?
The Eiffel Tower.
Yes, what year?
1863, of course.
1889. Very close.
Good job.
The first flight was 1903. Rich, what came first? The first moon landing or the first Star Wars movie?
Oh, that's easy. Well, allegedly, the moon landing was in 1969, so that allegedly came first.
Yes, you're right. Star Wars 1977. Peyton, what came first, Coca-Cola or the light bulb?
Oh, geez. The light bulb.
The light bulb came out in 1879, Coca-Cola 1886.
Ooh.
Kyle, what came first, Friends or The Simpsons?
The Simpsons.
That's right, 1989. Friends came out in 1984. Rich, what came first?
84, 94.
1994.
Oh, yeah.
Peyton, what came first, the iPod or the movie Titanic?
That's tricky. The Titanic came out in 93. I'm going with the Titanic.
Titanic came out in 1997. The first iPod, 2001.
I might be wrong. Oh,
2001.
okay, 2001, okay.
Rich, what came first, the Nintendo Switch or Apple AirPods?
Switch. Now Switch. Nintendo
Nope.
Switch. What?
The Switch came out in 2017. AirPods came out in 2016.
Well, shiver me timbers.
Kyle, what came first, SpaceX or the first commercial space flight?
Oh, SpaceX.
SpaceX came out in 2002.
They've only been around since then?
I thought it was a short amount of time. I thought they just got invented. I didn't know they'd been around that long. The first commercial space flight was in 2020. Peyton, what came first, Avengers Endgame or Instagram stories?
Oh, that's tricky. I think Endgame.
Nope.
No, Instagram stories. Damn.
Instagram stories came out in 2016. Endgame 2019. Kyle, what came first, Stranger Things or Disney Plus streaming service?
Okay, Stranger Things is Netflix, but I'm still going to say Disney Plus.
Stranger Things came out in 2016. Disney Plus came out in 2019.
Oh, my.
Payne, what came first, Amazon Prime Video or the debut of Apple TV?
Oh, Apple TV came first.
Amazon Prime Video came out in 2006.
No way.
Apple TV 2019.
Cap.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I did my research.
Crazy.
What came first, Rich? Amazon or the first Harry Potter book?
Oh, okay. So Amazon's been a while as a bookseller, but Harry Potter
Harry Potter came out in 1997. Amazon, 1994.
Oh
my gosh.
Peyton, what came first? The first iPod or Facebook?
I think the iPod was before Facebook.
iPod 2001, Facebook 2004. Kyle, what came first? The moon landing or the opening of Disneyland?
I'm kind of on the same tip as Rich. that maybe did not happen.
Let's say it happened.
I'll go Disney.
Disney 1955, the moon landing 1969.
I didn't know Disneyland was that old. That's
Rich, what came first? The first Starbucks or the founding of Apple?
Okay, both Seattle-based. Starbucks.
Starbucks 1971. Apple 1976.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Peyton, what came first? YouTube or the iPad?
YouTube.
YouTube 2005, the iPad 2010. Kyle, what came first? TikTok or the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Oh, this is tough. I'm going to say Ice Bucket Challenge.
Ice Bucket Challenge 2014. TikTok 2016.
Hey.
What came first, Peyton? The Nintendo 64 or the debut of South Park?
I'm going to say the Nintendo 64 came out in 2006 or 1964.
The Nintendo 64 came out in 1996.
Oh.
South Park 1997. Rich, what came first? The Lion King or the launch of Amazon.com?
Lion King. Oh, because if I listened, I would have known this. Because you said Amazon before.
I said Amazon.com.
Lion King before Amazon.
Lion King 1994, Amazon.com 1995. Kyle, what came first? The Matrix or the founding of Google?
Google.
Google 1998, The Matrix 1999. Peyton, what came first? The first Pokemon game or the release of the first Harry Potter book?
I'm going Pokemon.
Pokemon 96, Harry Potter 97. Kyle, what came first? The release of the iPhone or the first Twilight movie?
iPhone.
iPhone 2007, the Twilight movie 2008. And that's our fun little game!
Did we win?
Yay! Let's get to Peyton's predictions. What's the vibe today, Peyton?
I'm going to tell you your zodiac sign as a 90s trend.
All right, let's find out what your sign is. Call us at 877-937-1047. Thomas, good morning. What's your sign?
Good morning. I'm an Aries.
Okay, so for Aries, the 90s trend for you is that flame pattern shirt. It is giving main character vibes. Aries, you are the flame shirt. You're chaotic, you're loud, and you're 100% unapologetic. And you're the person yelling at the party, watch this, before doing something borderline illegal. So iconic or cringe, it really doesn't matter because you're too busy thriving in your own heat.
That sounds about right. And quit calling me a flame, Peyton.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. Y'all have a good day.
You too, Thomas. Ashley, hi. What's your sign?
Pisces.
Ooh, just like Rich. Okay, my Pisces, you guys are giving lava lamp vibes. Pisces are the literal lava lamps of the zodiac. Flowy and mesmerizing and living in your dreamy world, and you're all about the aesthetic, but if you get their feelings hurt, they're not going to vibe, or you're not going to vibe with their soft glow. And also, don't shake their lamp because you guys will literally spiral.
Unfortunately true.
Totally true.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thanks.
Speaking of lava lamps, my son Jake has a lava lamp in his room, in his dorm room or his apartment. And when I was a kid, I always wanted one, but they were expensive and we couldn't afford it. But didn't you say, Peyton, you went through some lava lamp thing?
Yeah, I ended up on lava lamp TikTok, and I want a lava lamp so bad. It's like a bunch of these girls getting lava lamps from Goodwill, and they like refurbish them and make them all beautiful and gorgeous, and I just want one.
You mean they what is the lava?
I think it's like, I don't know what it is, but you have to put in some solution that makes the lava float.
Oh.
I learned all about it. I couldn't tell you, though.
Lori, hi. What's your sign, Lori?
I'm a Virgo like you.
Yes, literally. Okay, so Virgos, you guys are giving that clear plastic backpack vibe. You guys are the clear plastic backpack of the 90s, practical and organized, but they really don't want anyone near them, but low-key needs everyone to see how put together you are. So catch them overthinking their escape plan at a party or silently judging your chaos from a distance. Socializing, absolutely not, but prepared for any situation, always.
Sounds kind of true.
Sounds not true for me.
No?
I think that must be the girl Virgo versus the guy Virgo.
Maybe, except for the socializing thing. I don't know about that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, socializing, you don't like that.
Oh, no, that part, yeah. I'm going with the clear backpack.
Okay.
I don't want
You just like making videos about Whataburger chapstick.
Whataburger chapstick.
Taking it all morning.
I couldn't stop doing that all day yesterday because Whataburger, for some reason, brought us chapstick.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I tried the chapstick and it tasted delicious, by the way. I don't know if it tastes like hamburger, but it tastes like something.
You taste
Thanks for getting that stuck in my head.
Yeah, you can see it on my Instagram, John J. Van Ness. Thanks, Lori. Thanks for calling in.
Bye.
Whataburger chapstick. Whataburger chapstick. Whataburger chapstick. It sounds like one of those exercises that vocal people do to loosen up their lips. Whataburger chapstick, because it moves your mouth in every way.
Okay.
Whataburger chap, just like Larry went to Applebee's. Larry went to Applebee's. Whataburger chapstick. Whataburger chapstick. What do you got for Libra?
Yeah, Libras, you guys are giving lip smackers lip gloss energy. Sweet, flirty, and always cute. You are the friend with that mint choco gloss who says, no, you can't borrow it. It's my fave. But they're also going to go to the store and buy you one because they love you.
Lip smackers were like my jam.
Yeah.
Except for it was the pink lemonade flavor, and I couldn't live without it.
I loved it. The watermelon was the one for me.
This actually makes me want to go buy some.
I know.
Like right now.
I always loved the soda flavors with like the
They're so
Coca-Cola
good.
and the Sprites anyway. Yeah.
Solid
Yeah.
choice, Peyton.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, if we can get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website, johnjandrich.com. Hi, good morning, John J. and Rich. Can I help you? Hello, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Who's this?
This is Eli.
What up, Eli? What part of town you calling from?
Nogales.
Nogales. All right, what's going on? What can we do for you?
I got a pretty weird story. Me and my buddy were driving down to work. We picked up this hitchhiker, and he was carrying a luggage. The guy kind of looked kind of sketchy. We were curious. Me and my buddy were curious to see what he had in his luggage, because he looked so protected over the luggage. So we asked him, hey, man, what do you have in that luggage? Then he's like, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I was like, what? I'm giving you a ride. You can't let me know what's going on in that luggage? And he's like, no, don't worry about it. And we were like, what the heck is going on with this guy? So we kept driving. We just started a conversation, see if he let loose, see if he could tell us what's going on with that luggage. And then we asked him again, what's going on with that luggage? What do you have in there? And he kept telling us, don't worry about it. And we're already getting pretty mad about it, because he still didn't want to let us know what was in the luggage, even though he was getting a ride from us. We waited maybe 10 minutes later, dropped him off, and then we kept driving to work. We looked in the back seat and we saw that luggage in there.
Yeah. He forgot his luggage?
Yeah, he forgot the luggage back there.
So did you pop it open?
We tried.
So what'd you do?
Oh, we tried to look what was in there. It had a note when we popped it open, and that note said, don't worry about it.
You're so full of crap, man. Dude, you had me the whole way, bro. The whole way. I had 100 questions I was going to ask you until I was like, why would you pick up a hitchhiker? And then I was thinking, what if the hitchhiker was terrified of you guys asking him all these questions? Then I thought, what did he leave in the suitcase? Was it a bunch of cocaine? Then I thought, was it a gun? And then I thought when he left it in there was a bomb was going to kill you guys. And then that's a good joke, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to wait for you to tell me so it was in the luggage so I could tell you don't worry about it.
That's a good one, dog. That's a good joke. That's a good long-ass joke. All right, man. Have a great day, bro. Thanks for listening.
You as well, man. You have a good day.
Yeah, bye-bye. John J. and Rich. Carson, good morning. You're on the air. Thanks for holding, man.
Hey, guys. No problem.
What's up?
Honestly, I want you to be straight with me, because I really want to know, would I be wrong for leaving my girl for this? So my girlfriend and I, we've been arguing a little more than usual lately. We've just kind of been having some fights. And I recently noticed, something felt off about the way she'd been texting me back. Her responses just seemed way too put together or way too perfect. Almost suddenly, she became a lawyer overnight. And at first I thought, maybe she was just taking her time to craft her words with the perfect argument. nah, it turns out she's been using ChatGPT to respond to me. Like, instead of talking to me like a normal person, she literally is putting my text into an AI and getting the smartest sounding response and sending it back to me.
Well, I mean, it takes thought to do that a little bit, to think about doing it.
Well, it's not necessarily not how she feels.
But, I mean, it's not only that, but she like admitted that she's doing it to make sure that she always had the upper hand and to sound more logical to me. Like, bro, like what?
Yeah.
Well, that's
manipulative as hell. Am I right?
Well, I don't know. The new iPhone has the Apple Intelligence on it, and sometimes people will write you text, and before you write a text, it'll give you a couple options. That sounds great. I'll see you later.
No way.
And sometimes,
that. I thought you meant like a detailed. Those are the generic prompts.
It'll give you some generic prompts, but some of those fit just fine. And so it's not like Kyle said. It's not the way you feel. It's just laid out properly.
But also, maybe this guy Carson. Maybe you're. Maybe are you a little condescending to her, or do you critique everything that she says to you, and that's why she feels like she has to go through this process, so she doesn't get. Hey, you said this. You spelt there wrong. And then now she's all, oh God, now she's insecure about her text messages. Bet you would get her on the phone. She'd be like, Carson critiques everything I do. Right?
No, right, but I would say that our fights are literally about like who's going to do the laundry and who's, taking the trash out and like little things around the house that are not like necessary. And sometimes when she's jealous, it just feels like these are normal fights that you should be speaking from your own words. But instead, I feel like I've been talking to a damn robot this whole time.
Well, I can tell you,
not even her.
I texted my wife. I don't even remember what it was. Was her anniversary? It was something. I had texted her something. And she knew it was ChatGPT, and she responded with ChatGPT.
That's genius.
So now the AIs are talking to each other.
Yeah, her and I don't even talk. I don't even see her anymore.
Perfect.
They just heard ChatGPT talk to my ChatGPT. No, for real. That's what she did. So maybe give her a taste of her own medicine. Throw her a little ChatGPT back.
Or the easiest thing is if you really are having a disagreement, say, hey, can we talk tonight? And just talk in person. Then don't have your fights on text.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think in person is really going to way to go, because honestly I feel like I'm wondering if I've ever had a real conversation with her lately, or if it's only been like AI crafted nonsense.
Have you ever met her? Is she real?
I was going to say no. Like, is your girlfriend, like, when you guys do get into arguments and you're talking things out, is it difficult for her to like express how she feels?
There are times where I think, yes, words don't always come as effortlessly for her. I think she has to she likes to choose what she's gonna say when we speak face to face.
Totally. Like if me, I love that. Like if me and my boyfriend, she's an
introvert, and she totally gets that way. Like I
get that. I just like when I get into like a big fight with my boyfriend, I have to like write down bullet points for like what I want to talk about, because if not, like I'll forget, and then I'll be like, oh well, I didn't make my point, and then I'll bring it back up 20 minutes ago, and then it's like a never-ending circle. So maybe like if she's like one of those people who has a hard time articulating how she feels, maybe she might just enter it into ChatGPT just so she can like read it off, or like, you know what I mean? It might not be the worst thing.
Yeah, but she literally admitted that she like is doing this to get the upper hand and sound more logical than me, so she can always win whatever argument.
Then break up with her,
which feels like
yeah, that is a little manipulative.
Considering it,
we're going around in circles. We've told you 10 different options.
Yeah.
End it. Break up with her.
She just text some.
Just talk to her.
Break up with her via ChatGPT.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't know you're bothered by it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I like your advice of talking face to face, because ultimately it's really like making me wonder if we're even compatible anymore, because we're not even communicating, obviously, when we're trying to message and we're not face to face.
Yeah.
Okay, Carson. Thanks for calling in, man.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate your perspective.
Yeah, I was going to chat GPT it, but I think everyone gave you a good answer. All right, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There's some more big news that involves Taylor Swift.
Yeah, adjacently, I guess. So there's a woman who announced that she is divorcing her husband because they were at the Super Bowl and her husband joined in on booing Taylor Swift.
I have loved Taylor Allison Swift since I was 12 years old. My husband even likes her too. Like, he'll put on her music when we're cooking together. He has a favorite song. It's Girl at Home. But we were at the Super Bowl. It was me, him, and 5 of his buddies. And when they put Taylor up on the Jumbotron, all of his buddies started booing, and my husband joined in. And that just tells me everything I need to know about that man, because he didn't care that would hurt my feelings. And that's not a man. That's a boy. So I'm divorcing him. Thankfully, I have a prenup. I'll be retaining all of my assets as well as the assets that I inherited. With peace and love, he probably will not be returning to the Super Bowl anytime soon. So that's one less booer for you, Taylor. I love you.
And she's dead serious, like had the paperwork in hand and everything.
That is so crazy. I mean, obviously, we're really in love because I think you'd handle your husband booing anybody.
Yeah, or talk about it. Talk through it.
Right. But we want to get into, a small reason you dumped somebody. 877-937-1047. Kayla, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Why'd you dump somebody?
So I ended up not seeing someone anymore after they tried to hold my hand when they took me out on a date.
Well, that seems appropriate, holding a hand on a date.
Was it like a first date, though?
No, so we had actually known each other for a long time, and we were seeing each other just like at home. But when we finally went out for a date and he tried to hold my hand, it just kind of gave me the ick. I felt like it was just really junior high-ish.
So are you walking and he touches your hand a little bit, and then he touches your hand a little bit more, and then he just holds it while you're walking? Or are you sitting in a movie theater? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, well, we were just walking, and we were actually going to a movie, and we were walking, we got out of the car, and he just grabbed my hand, and I don't know, I just feel like as adults, we usually just walk next to each other, and I don't know, it just made me feel like, just gave me the ick, so I just stopped seeing him after that.
Did you tell him the reason why you wanted to stop seeing him was the hand-holding incident?
No, I actually ghosted him because I was younger and just didn't know how to approach the situation.
It is kind of interesting. There are times to hold a hand. I will agree with that. And I think walking's the least easy hand holding.
Yeah.
But maybe you're just not like a physical touch. Like if that's not your love language, that's probably really annoying to you.
Is that your love language?
No, that's in my bottom.
So I can definitely the last
hold your bottom.
Of my love language.
Yeah, that's literally the last of mine too.
Like when I go, it's like, I'm trying to hit 10,000 steps a day. And sometimes I'll go walking around the neighborhood, or I walk a mile down my street, and my wife will go with me, and then she'll like hold my hand. I'm like, that's not what this is about. Like, I'm trying to get steps. I'm not trying to not hold. So then I will find, like, I will try to do something where we have to unhold hands. Like I'll try to go, let me turn this way, and I'll go move to the right or left of her, and then we unhold hands, and I'm like, okay, fine. Like, thank God.
That's funny. I feel like Scott kind of knows me, like to the point where it's like I usually don't really want to hold hands, but every once in a while I feel like it's an appropriate hand holding time. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't ever try to hold my hand until I say, hold my hand.
You weirdo.
Strange.
And then we'll hold hands.
All right.
Kayla will never say that in any capacity.
All right, Kayla, have a great day. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. 877-937-1047. Tell us about a reason you dumped somebody, but it's like a really small, tiny reason. All right? You booed Taylor Swift, or you want to hold hands.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart, and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
John, Jane, Rich. So Taylor Swift has a super fan that is going to get a divorce because her husband booed Taylor during the Super Bowl. So we want to get into dumb reasons you broke up with someone or divorced somebody or something like that. Good morning, Jess.
Hi, good morning.
So you dumped somebody over something dumb?
Well, actually, I was dumped over something really dumb.
Ooh, different perspective. Go ahead.
Okay, so a couple years ago, like back in 2017, dating this guy was going really well, and all of a sudden he decided he just couldn't handle my really good-looking male roommate living with me.
I could see how that'd be a challenge.
He could not handle it. And my roommate, first of all, I was like, okay, I was 33 at the time. This roommate was like 24. There was no way in hell it was going to happen. He's like a little brother. It was just not going to happen. But this guy couldn't handle it. He could not deal with it.
Well, did he give you like an ultimatum, like lose the roommate or lose me? And you're like, well, I'm keeping my roommate?
No, not at all. He just couldn't deal with it.
Okay, how long?
Stand for that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We were together for like a month. So I mean, it was like a long-term serious relationship, but still.
Okay. How long was this guy your roommate?
Oh, sorry. Maybe a couple months, like 3-4 months.
Okay. And be honest now that time has gone by. In any of that time, did you ever get intimate with your roommate?
No, never once.
And you don't think it would have happened once,
that.
like you guys just hanging around? If he did move on, if he did make the move on you, would you have accepted it?
No, there was no.
That'd always be cool if you had a roommate like that.
Little backstory. I don't think I would have had the confidence to. I don't think I would have trusted it. I was extremely big back then too. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't think I would have gone for it. Just, out of lack of confidence, to be honest.
Got it.
But now I probably would.
Oh, so now you would. So the guy. So then the guy you were dating had a reason, like because.
Well, yeah, but if I'm like,
I didn't look at him like that. This roommate at the time worked with me, and I would have girls like so jealous that he lived with him. Like, why? Like,
I would be sussed out by my boyfriend. I'd be like, why do you think he's so cute? Like, do you not want to be around him because you're into him?
Think about that.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a little. That's just me.
Exactly. Why do you care? Do you want him?
Exactly.
Point. Yes.
Well, that fits what we're doing. The guy broke up with you because you lived with a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jess.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what, though? He did me a favor. I'm now with the love of my life.
Oh, good. And see how confident you are? Love that.
Yeah, I'm super happy now. So you did me a favor. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, you guys.
Kendall, tell us a dumb reason you broke up with someone.
I broke up with someone because they were texting me too much.
Like, you don't want any communication?
How's your day? No, thank you.
I honestly was young at the time, and I had just gotten my cell phone, so I figured that this guy was way too obsessed with me, and I needed to cut it off because he was texting me every day, like at least 4 times a day, and I told him I was on vacation, so I was like, why are you texting me?
Okay, so when you look back at it, you don't think it's too much now?
Yeah, I think that I was afraid of commitment at the time, and I was just young.
How intimate did you ever get with a guy?
It was one of my first boyfriends ever, so we only ever kissed.
Okay.
I was in middle school.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
That's a good thing you only get to.
All right, Kendall, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
You too.
Lexi, what'd you do?
Hi. So it wasn't actually me. It was my mom, but she's weird. She doesn't know how to tell the story right, so I'll just tell you. So pretty much when she was in high school, her boyfriend, I guess he was like a jock, and he walked like 2 or 3 miles, like here in Arizona, to go visit her at her house. And when she kissed him, he was like all sweaty, and she said she didn't like that. It was like, it tasted salty. So she broke up with him.
Oh, poor guy. He's like, I just walked 3 miles in 120 degrees.
It's so hard. The sacrifice is worth it for one little smooch.
He's like, let me go shower, hydrate, and then try it again.
That's so savage of your mom.
I'm pretty sure she broke up with him like right then and there.
Oh, no.
Let's talk about how hot your mom is.
Tries to downplay it, but
Your mom must be really smoking hot for this guy to walk 2 miles to go see her.
Oh my gosh, my mom is amazing. Everybody always is. I'm like, hello, I'm standing right here.
All right, well, thanks for sharing that, Lexi.
Yeah, I was just picturing her walking out, and she's like, "Bye, Christmas wish."
Why would he just like dry his mouth or something?
Right,
splash water on his face.
He probably had that romantic like movie in his head, and it did not work out.
As someone who walks, I'm a walker now. I would after walking for a while, I have to wash my hands. So I figure why wouldn't you before you make out?
I mean, unless it's she's walking out and, it's
I make out with my hands.
Maybe there wasn't the opportunity. He got there and she ran out.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yay, you're finally here. And he's like, oh, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no way he thought that was going to be a deal breaker either. He probably thought she was just going to be happy to see him.
Yeah.
All right, Lexi, Christmas wish. Thank you.
Thanks.
Brenda, tell us the dumb reason you broke up with someone.
Yeah, so I was dating this guy when I was younger, second boyfriend, tall, dark, and handsome, beautiful green eyes. But he had this, chin that stuck out a little bit, and I overlooked it, in the beginning. But then I got stoned one day, and we hung out, and it just grew and grew like Jay Leno, like that caricature that, that you get drawn on the boardwalk. It just got huge, and after that, I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this.
He's walking out with the crimson chin. I would die.
Yes. I couldn't stop laughing once, I noticed it, and it wouldn't go away.
His chin is so big, he needs more than one passport?
Probably, yes.
Where's the joke with that, John Jay?
Because his chin's so big, the passport goes to the next, it just kind of leans out. It was a visual popped in my head. I was trying to think, what do you do when you have a big head?
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Brenda. Have a great day.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I pitch those jokes, and then I look at Kyle, and then she nods. She shakes her head, and I'm like, I tried. Not a lot of big chin jokes out there.
No, there's really not. There wasn't a good reference for chin. She used Jay Leno. So
that was good. All right. It's time for Second Date Update. So you meet somebody somehow. It could be through a dating app. It could be through church. It could be through friends. It could be coworkers, whatever. You meet somebody. You got on a great date. Thing is, you never hear from the person again. That's what we're going to talk to Wayne about, get the details of the date. Then we're going to call the person you went out with. Is that cool, Wayne?
Yeah, that works for me.
All right. What's your story, Wayne?
All right. So I met this girl, Irene, on Bumble. So we had been texting and FaceTiming for 2 months before we actually went on a real date because I was still living in L.A. before I moved over here. And I just accepted a job offer. That's how I actually found her on Bumble. The date went good. We had a really good time. But now I'm kind of getting a different vibe on it. She wanted me to come over and she wanted to cook us dinner and we would watch a movie. Kind of a no pressure date, which I was all about. But now I'm kind of wondering if I did something wrong or maybe I said something wrong. Or maybe she was testing me maybe she really wanted to go out and wanted me to say, no, let me take you out. I'm just not really sure. And I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm breaking everything down in my head and I need some help.
Okay. How long did you stay?
About 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, so then it was dinner and then a makeout and then you left, or just dinner in the movie and then it was pat on the back, see you later?
We didn't hook up or anything, but we kissed for a while.
Okay.
For a while.
That's a little bit of a hookup.
Mm-hmm. No, that's definitely.
Okay.
Did you do anything stupid, call her a zony? Did you say, oh, man, this heat ain't so bad? Hey, why is everyone complaining about the heat? It's only 120.
I did not. Thank God.
Yeah. That would have been a big one if somebody was like, man, it's not even hot out here. You don't even know.
How long ago was the date?
About a week ago.
Well, you came to Arizona at the best time. What a great time.
People are so jealous
to
of you
visit
right now.
here. Wow.
Did she say anything to you oh my God, you're such a bad kisser when you guys were kissing? Nothing like that?
No. Thank God.
You didn't leave anything weird in the bathroom?
Like a turd?
No, I didn't.
We've seen that
I
before.
didn't do a number 2 and then not flush. No, it was nothing like that.
Okay.
Weird.
All right. Well, we'll call her up. All right?
All right. Works for me.
All right. So you hang tight. We're going to get on the phone. We're going to call her, see her point of view of the date, and see why. I wonder if Bumble isn't one of those, it's not an obvious hookup app. That's the one where the girl has the right.
Yeah.
So it means the girl, that means that Irene swiped up on you, right? Okay. We'll get her on the phone, find out what happened. Second Date Update continues next with John, Jay, and Rich. We are in the middle of Second Date Update. You've got Wayne, who is moving to Arizona. He's from California, and he meets Irene on Bumble. They go out on a date, but the date was her house, right? She made dinner.
Yeah,
whatever.
and a movie.
And now she's ghosting you, right? Like you text her and you get nothing, or are you guys still communicating on the app?
No, I've texted her. I haven't gotten anything back.
What went wrong, you guys? Well, we're going to call Irene and hear about it. I don't want to be with someone from California. There is that, you know.
There is that. There's a little.
Hello.
Hi, is Irene available?
Yes, this is Irene.
Hi, my name's Peyton. I'm with John, Jay, and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly about some things if you have some time.
Sure.
Irene, we do a pop culture show. We talk to people about pop culture, things going on in the world, dating, relationships. So I have a couple questions to ask you, if I may.
Okay, go for it.
Irene, is it colder in the winter than in the summertime?
Yes.
No, is it colder on the farm?
Yeah.
I said it wrong.
Messed it up.
I messed it up. Then you're right. By the way, you're right. Is it colder in the winter than in the summertime? Yeah, pretty much. Dang it. I screwed up my own joke.
She even had to surprise you. I was like, why would you need to ask that?
No, Irene, here's the deal. We got a call from somebody, really nice guy, says he went on a date with you. You guys met on Bumble, and he thought the date went fine, and obviously you're not interested in him. So we said we'd call you and find out why you're not interested in him. Is that okay?
Yeah.
What went on with you and Wayne?
Honestly, the date was going really well. We had like a great time. But then he got a phone call while we were like watching a movie and just like cuddling on my couch, and he was polite about it and was like, is it okay if I answer the phone? I was like, yeah, sure, go for it. And I paused the movie, whatever. And I found out it was his mom on the phone. And he was talking to his mom for a while, and his mom was like, oh my God, are you like at Irene's house? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, why does his mom know like my name? Why does she know like what's going on right now? Like, this is only a first date, whatever. And then he put me on the phone with his mom.
Aww.
You didn't like that?
It felt a little odd, a little invasive, a little mama's boy, which, I think it's great that he has a good relationship with his mom and that they get along, but that just felt like maybe a step too far.
Okay. Well, yeah, that could be awkward.
I mean, it sounds kind of cute, except for what the mom said. What was she saying?
She was just like asking me about myself, but like she already knew the answers to everything because he had told her everything like about me. And then she's like, I'm just so happy like you're on a date with my son. He really likes you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
listen, his father's from Europe, so that's the reason we didn't circumcise him. We didn't want them to be the same.
It's just too much too soon. It is kind of cute that he's close with his mom.
I don't know. It is cute, but I would be so mortified if that happened. I wouldn't know what to say. I'd be like, why are you giving me your mom right now?
Oh, so cool that Irene talked for 20 minutes.
I barely know you.
I love the mom-son relationship, but here's where I think it's a problem. He's like, I met this girl on Bumble. We're going to go out tonight. And he told her everything about the girl. Then the mom, here's where the mom makes a mistake or messes up where you have a red flag, is you call him while he's on the date.
I know.
If anything, hey, call me after your date. How was it with her? And then on the second date, if you call during the date, hey, mom, okay, here, talk to her. But it's like the first date, she knows he's on the date.
Yeah.
Like you're messing. That's where there's a red flag for me for the mom-son issue.
Like maybe she wants to be too involved a little bit.
That's where that's a problem.
Yeah.
So, Irene, Wayne is on the phone. Wayne, are you on the phone by yourself or is your mom on the phone with you?
No, just me. Just me.
Okay. So you heard her issue. What do you think? What's the deal with your mom?
I wasn't expecting that at all. It's just, wow. I didn't mean to freak you out. Like, I understand. I'm really close with my mom. I lost my dad when I was a teenager. So like I said, I didn't mean to freak you out, but I'm really close with my mom. I tell her everything.
But she was calling you on the date.
I know,
like that
couldn't she
part.
have waited?
There's something a little strange about that part.
I could see where people would think that's strange. My mom is just a caring lady, and she's kind of nosy. So,
unless it's one of those things where, hey, mom, I'm going out with this girl. I don't know anything about her yet, but in case you don't ever hear from me again, I get killed.
Oh,
her name's Irene, and you know what I mean? Like,
I thought you were going to go down the road of like, I don't know, if the date's a dud, you could be my excuse to get out of it.
That's
I didn't
good
know
too.
You were going straight to death.
No, I was going with like, if you never see me again, here's the address, here's where I'm at, here's whatever, and she's some serial killer. Like, I get protecting yourself that way. I think women do that all the time.
Yes.
I'm going out with a guy, here's the thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we talking second date or no? Irene, do you want another date?
I think, Wayne, you are so sweet, and I really do wish you the best. It just, for me, I could tell based on that it wouldn't work. Like, it was awkward for me, and yeah, if it had been like the second date when your mom did that, I don't know, it wouldn't have been quite as weird for me, but I don't know, it all caught me off guard and kind of left me a little unsettled, but I really do think that you will find the right person for you, and I hope that you do find that person soon.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, you take care of yourself. Thanks for jumping on the air with us, both of you. Irene, Wayne, Godspeed. John, Jay, and Rich. Hey, Max.
Hey, guys. What's up?
What's up with you, Max?
So I've been keeping this from my roommate for about a year. I can't tell him. It's silly, but I just feel like I need to tell somebody. I just can't tell him because he just started noticing. So do any of you have the McDonald's app?
Yeah, I love the McDonald's app.
Okay, well, he does too, and he goes there, like, a lot. Like, I swear they're on a first-name basis with each other over there. He goes so much. But I don't go to McDonald's that often, or so he thought. So what happened is about a year ago, he let me log into his phone so he could use the points, because I didn't want to go through the hassle of making my own account. I don't go there that often. Yeah, just use my points. It's fine. It's a win-win situation. And so that was about a year ago. He let me log in to his account on my phone, and I've been using it ever since, but I never logged out. So the thing is that I've been using his points that he's been accumulating for my free food.
Oh my gosh, isn't he noticing? Like, I'm going to McDonald's all the time. My points are gone.
It wasn't at first because, like I said, I don't go that often. But so, like, little points here and there wouldn't be missed. But I've been starting to go more often as well. And he had brought it up. He brought it up one day, like, "Hey, some of my points are missing. I think it may have been hacked. Do you know what's going on?" And I don't have the heart to tell him it was me.
Oh, he knows that you have it. You need to log out and then just never talk about it again. Oh my gosh. I just pulled up my McDonald's app though. I have like 28,000 points.
So what does that get you?
Some free food.
Like how do the points work? Is it 100 points for a burger?
Let me tell you. So rewards and deals. So if I want to go use my rewards, so like just one McChicken is 1,500 points.
Oh dang!
You got like a full family dinner.
Yeah, but you can. Here's the annoying thing about the McDonald's app is that you can only use like one reward for one item, and then so like I wouldn't be able to get a big family meal and get a Big Mac for 6,000 points.
Oh, so you couldn't buy 10 things.
No, not with my points.
Oh,
no.
so I think Starbucks is not like that.
Yeah, you can use all your...
Because I have Starbucks points. This is the thing, Max, like if I was your roommate, I would have no idea. I pay no attention to my points, but I know that I have them on the Starbucks app, and sometimes I'll go get something, and they'll say to me, "Do you want to use your points?"
Because they're about to go away.
I'll be, what can I get? And they'll go, everything. And I'm like, wow, okay, great. So, like, I don't pay attention.
Great.
I don't pay attention, so if he pays attention, you're screwed. If he doesn't pay attention...
Yeah. Just make your own account.
Paying attention.
Make your own account.
Maybe I should make my own account at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to lose a roommate over it, right? Because, I mean, it sounds like your roomie's pretty intense about their McDonald's, so you want to keep the peace.
Yeah, he's pretty serious about it.
Yeah. That would probably kill the relationship.
Could you imagine breaking up your relationship over McDonald's?
Oh, I know, but people get there.
I look at it a little differently. You're breaking up your relationship because you're stealing from him.
And I guess that's the way.
You do have a point there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, man. Thanks, Max, for calling in.
Thank you.
Adrian, good morning.
Good morning.
You sent me a DM, right?
Yes, I did. You were talking earlier about how when people drop calls and then they go on and on and on about how it happened and what happened.
Oh, you mean my wife? My wife does that. My wife's like she'll call me back and we have to spend the whole time talking about why we got disconnected.
Exactly.
Okay, what happened to you?
This just happened the other day. One of my friends, and it's every single time, and I swear for like 10 years. It's the same thing every time. And the last time I literally hung up on her for her to call me back. And then we talked about it for 10 minutes, and I finally told her, I said, well, I hung up on you. And she said, why would you do that? And I said, well, because to prove a point. We've been talking about this for 10 minutes, and it's all about, well, I have all my bars. I didn't move. Are you driving? And, oh my God, it drives me
The phone
crazy.
call becomes about why you got disconnected instead of whatever you're talking about, right?
Yes, I hate it. It's horrible.
You know what else you could throw on top of that? If you have any family that lives in a different time zone than you, they're always spending the first part of the call trying to figure out what time it is. Oh, are you 2 hours behind? Are you 1 hour behind me?
My family lives
Are you
in
3?
Washington, so yeah.
Scott and I had this same argument, and it was right on the heels of me accidentally putting him on a hold and like being upset because I was talking to him and he wasn't answering me, but I had put him on hold.
That's how this started. This whole thing started.
I know.
Story.
And it happened again.
I've done that before.
Because apparently my phone dropped, and he didn't actually hear what I was saying, and I got so mad at him. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you scrolling on your phone? Like, are you looking at Instagram, like, while you're on the phone with me? Like, what are you doing? He's like, I didn't hear you. And I'm like, that's impossible. I have great service right now.
I've done that too.
Okay, I have another rule that I think this should be everyone should do this rule. But like, let's say I call Kyle, and the phone gets disconnected, I'm the one that should call you. You shouldn't call me back. Because what happens is with my wife, I call her, we get disconnected, then she tries to call me back while I'm trying to call her back, and then it goes right to voicemail. Yeah. We can't. And then finally, when it does happen, I go, I know she's calling me. I just wait. She calls me, and she'll be like, what happened? And I'm like, well, we got disconnected. Yep. I know, but then I was trying to call you with the voicemail. I know, because I was calling you. If I call you and we get disconnected, I think you should let me call you back.
That's a good one. The initiator of the call
should be the one that makes the call.
Because they're the one that wanted to talk about something.
Because now or here's another rule I have. I'll call my wife sometimes because she'll pick up and she just starts unloading on something. And I'm like, wait a minute. I called you. You should wait for me to say what I have to say before you start telling me what you have to say. I'm the one that called you.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Wow, it sounds like you're having my phone calls.
We can all get behind this rule.
But if it wasn't for them, Adrienne, then we wouldn't have this segment to talk about.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So thank you to our spouses and our friends. All right. Have a great day. Thank you so much for sending that message to me.
Yeah, you guys have a great day, too.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't want to step on Rich's toes. Rich, you know how you're the life hack guy?
Yeah, I got some of those.
I found a cool article on a customer service life hack. Because I think, like, for me, let's say, for example, I had to go to the doctor the other day. I went to I have my doctor, and then you know how they send you to do other tests? Yeah. Every year I do a test on my heart because my dad died of a heart attack, and I got to call the doctor's office, and it's terrible. You call, you never get a person. Then, are you calling about whatever? Press 1. You know that whole thing, right? Yeah. It's a nightmare, right? So get this. Somebody went on Reddit and said, are there any hacks that customers aren't supposed to know about?
Oh, that's good.
Right? Does any of them really work? So this one person said, if you get a voicemail like what I said and you just start dropping the F-bomb, the bots are going to give you a real person.
Oh, that's a fun way to get a human.
We should try that and tape it.
Okay.
And bleep out Peyton doing it.
I've always heard.
Why does it have to be me?
Because you're the one that has to go get your gum, the stuff taken out of your gums. What do you have? What do you have in your gums?
I have stitches in my mouth right now. I'm ready to take them out myself right now.
So I think that you probably even cussing would probably come very natural to you by calling them. I need to get these beep stitches out of my mouth. They say, let's say you have a therapist, which I do. And if you offer to pay your therapist in cash, they say that it could cut you a better deal than doing it the other way.
Oh.
If you're mailing something to an address that's not far away, always choose the cheapest shipping option. Paying more won't get it there faster. I don't know. I don't really mail anything, so I don't know if that hits home for any of you guys. Don't use big websites to buy flowers. It's cheaper if you call a local florist and tell them what you want. Show them a picture from the site if you need to. That will save you money. If you want a bigger scholarship, a high school teacher said several students got between $10,000 to $20,000 more this year by writing to the school before committing and claiming another school is offering more money.
Oh, make yourself seem more desirable.
A little leverage, huh?
Also, they say get a car loan before you buy the car. You almost will always get a better rate if you go directly through a financing company. That seems like a lot of work.
Well, yeah,
I don't even
but
know how to do that.
Now interest rates are so high, that's probably a good idea.
See, I don't understand any of that. Not enough people buy refurbished products like computers. They're essentially like brand new and they come with a warranty. I didn't know that. Where do you get a refurbished computer?
Apple sells a lot of refurbished stuff.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
When you walk in the Apple store?
Yeah, like if you say, hey, I just want a refurbished Mac or whatever, they'll give you one and they'll like pick out the stuff that's kind of messed up with it and sell it at a cheaper rate.
Or Best Buy, too. They have those.
My son Dutch, he's a senior now, and he wants a computer. He doesn't have a computer. He's been using his brother or his mom's or mine, or he actually has not used mine, but he wants a new laptop. And I was like, just use mine. I'll give you mine. I don't ever use mine unless I go do the show from another city or something, right? So he's like, okay. So last night I'm in bed and just getting ready for bed. He comes upstairs and says, what's the password to get on your computer? So I tell him, and he walks downstairs, and my wife says, oh my God, is there anything on that computer that he shouldn't see? And I was like, I don't think so. And I go, good night. And I put my sleeping gear on. And I'm like, Mother of God. What is on there? It's going to traumatize him. Oh my God. Then I thought he showed me some stuff on his phone that's pretty traumatizing for a dad.
But seeing it on your dad's computer made me worse.
Bigger screen.
Oh my God. All right. This is one more life hack that's definitely the darkest on the list. And this is good to know. You can rent a nice casket for a funeral and then bury the person in a cheaper one.
Huh.
Right? So you have them in some nice, fluffy, comfortable thing.
Yeah.
Boom. Cedar box.
They're not going to know.
Yeah,
They're not
Kind
gonna
of
know.
weird. Right, like if you like put a body in a casket and then take it out, like is that sanitary anymore?
Think of the savings, though. The savings.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Let's ask our
'Cause
funeral.
it's like,
I would care.
Grant available?
I guess you could put me in a used box. I'd be all right with that.
I don't want to be in somebody
It's
else's
like at that point, you're not
used
worried about
box.
germs anymore. You're dead.
I'm coming back to haunt
Right?
people, so I'm worried about the germs. If you're putting me in a casket that somebody else was dead in, we got problems.
But you're dead.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I'm coming back to haunt you.
Wait, I didn't hear the conversation, but I'm assuming you're talking about rental caskets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, rental caskets have been a thing for a while.
Because that was a life hack. They said you buy it, you rent a good casket, and then when the funeral's over, put the body in another casket. It's cheaper.
Yeah, they have basically these things, they're called inserts, and they're just cardboard boxes that look like the inside of caskets that just slide into the foot of the casket.
Oh, so that way it's not a used casket.
Yeah, so then, but the thing that sucks is that
you're in.
You know
Sounds
how,
like a great deal.
you know how though you get a rental car sometimes and you're like, man, this is really kind of junky.
Yeah.
You're like, it's kind of like the little details are kind of falling apart. Every funeral home has like one rental casket that's like a wood casket.
Yeah.
And so like basically like all the like edges get all like crappy on the inside. Not like dirty, but like things just break down. So you
Right.
just kind of have like this, I don't know. It's weird.
Do
But
you think people go to a funeral and go, this is a used casket?
you know what's funny is people were like, when you do use it, occasionally they'll be like, so what's the deal with this casket?
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're like, well, it's gently used.
He's not complaining.
Yeah, dude, he's fine with it. But no, basically, the reason they started doing that so prevalent, this is information, right? We do information on this radio show. Yeah. Basically, cremation became such a big thing that people were like, well, I'm not going to spend $3,000 on a casket just to light it on fire,
That's fair.
basically.
I think
So, yeah, they came up with this space age technology to just pull a piece of cardboard out of a casket. It's pretty cool, guys.
Well, thank you, Grant.
Yeah, no problem.
And those are some little life hacks for you with dealing with customer service stuff. Thank you.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Stephanie, what's going on?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I have such a story. My best friend found out that her husband was cheating on her through the iPad, of course, and she was 8.5 months pregnant.
Oh, that's such a bummer.
So we find out that he's cheating. We find out that it's one of her friends. And we figured out that they were going to go on a date. So another neighbor and I got in our car, literally like two little like reconnaissance women, go to the restaurant, sit in the parking lot, spy on this guy on his date with the other woman. And of course, we're like on the phone with my friend, just giving her the play-by-play. And they were stupid enough to sit in the front window and like kiss right there in front of the parking lot, like just out in the open. Everything's fine. He left her when she gave birth.
Wow.
No shame.
Dang.
No shame.
Did he leave her for the woman he was eating with?
Yes.
Are they still together?
No.
Wow,
karma
man.
works
What a
in
jerk face.
That is
different
so bad.
ways.
Yeah, he actually ended up leaving her for another woman after having another baby with her.
You
Oh my
lose
God.
them. You lose them. How you get them?
Itself.
Yep.
What the heck?
What?
Yeah. Like, where's he going? Oh, he's going to the sushi place. Okay, let's go to the sushi place.
Oh,
You guys
he's
went-
going to the sushi place? Yeah, we're going to the sushi
Stephanie,
place.
you
Old
need,
They're all
detective.
going.
you need to start your own private investigation
God.
firm.
Yeah, we actually brought my husband at the time. We actually brought his binoculars and everything.
You're like the nerve of them to sit by the front window. They didn't know you were spying on them.
That's so funny.
If you were just walking by and you saw you in the car with binoculars, looking at a couple across the street. Oh my God! All
I
right.
mean, we also like at that point, like you're the one in trouble. Like, don't get mad at me.
Right.
That's true.
That's nuts. All right, Stephanie, thank you. Boy, a lot of people got this experience. Sarah, what happened to you?
So my ex said that they were going to the mall at 9:00 at night, and I had an iPhone, and I looked up to find my iPhone, and my ex was actually down the street. So I pulled up on this person, and they were sitting in the front seat of their car with their window down, making out with somebody else.
That find my location, find my friend.
They were at the mall.
Yeah.
She said, can we get married at the mall?
I bet you if you take your phone or iPad to the iPad store or whatever the Apple store to get fixed, I bet you they bust stuff all the time that they just have to stay quiet about.
Sure. And the pictures, the fun pictures they see.
the pictures.
Becca, good morning.
Good morning. I have a iPad story as well, but I was actually a nanny, and they had it for the kids, and it was hooked up to the dad's phone. And he was talking to another woman in his office.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Like he said, where's the Ferguson file?
So I didn't say anything, and they actually came to me, and they're like, have you been seeing weird stuff on the iPad? I think it got hacked. And I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, I'm not losing my job over this.
You're like, right. Those hackers are really creative about the Ferguson files.
Right. A little freaky Ferguson files.
Thanks, Becca.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. 877-937-1047. If you ever got caught or caught someone in a unique way, we will talk to you next. John, Jane, Rich.
Yeah.
Diana, is yours involved in iPad?
No, mine doesn't involve an iPad. It involves just a regular PC. So I lost my wallet, so I went on his PC to check on my transactions. And he has Facebook Messenger on his toolbox. And I found out through there that he was talking to his mom about talking to a girl online for 4 months and wanted to dump me.
Oh.
Ouch.
And it's like the fact he was talking to his mom about it. It's like, if you're like, someone's cheating, I'm not thinking to look through your text messages with your mom, maybe a friend or something, but that's wild.
Yeah, but there's so many different levels here because, like, why would you read his private message with his mom?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
So here's the thing. she said, just her message popped up and say, so when are you going to tell D, which is my nickname? And it was around November, so I'm thinking Christmas time, he's buying me something. I'm like, ooh, what is he going to buy me? And that's when I opened it up.
Yeah, I would have opened it up too. You saw your name.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, D. Thank you very much for calling in. Cassandra, good morning. You catch someone cheating?
So a long time ago, my son was 2 months old, and I kept having weird dreams. I thought that they were just, extra hormonal dreams of I was just sitting there, and this girl would walk by. She didn't have a face, but she'd walk past me. I was sitting in a chair, and she flashed me this BlackBerry. And I didn't think anything of it until about the third time I woke up, having a full-blown panic attack. And I woke up in the middle of the night. I didn't know how to use a BlackBerry, so it took me a minute to figure it out. Got on there and found out that my son's father had been cheating on me, and I feel like it was the universe telling me. I had never checked his phone before and just kept seeing this chick holding a BlackBerry, and sure enough, it was true.
Wow.
And what happened? Are you still with him?
We were on and off over years, thought he grew up, found out he didn't, so no, we're definitely not together.
Did you ever meet the girl?
There were so many.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Because I was going to say, if you saw her, you're the girl without a face.
You came to me in my dream.
Yeah, although there were other times where I did run into them, and I would kill them with kindness with really snarky remarks like, oh, my God, thank you so much. You have the most beautiful breasts I've ever seen. Those kind of comments.
Oh, like if you saw nudes?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's nice.
I love that.
It was very uncomfortable for them, and I would sit there and laugh.
It was uncomfortable listening to it.
But that's so something.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Adam, thanks for holding. You said you're the villain, right?
Right, yeah.
You got caught cheating. Explain, please, and thank you for holding.
Okay, so I got a tablet, and I'm not in tune with the technology, so I didn't put a password in. And I went on vacation with my girlfriend, and I was still keeping in touch with an ex, not physically, but, text-wise. And she kind of found my tablet and saw my conversations. And things didn't really pan out too good.
Were they inappropriate conversations?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So your ex-girlfriend caught you with your girlfriend?
No, the new girlfriend kind of texting his ex-girlfriend.
Oof. That's no good.
Right.
Yeah.
That is no good.
All right, Adam. Thanks, brother. Have a great day.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Good morning, John, Jane, Rich.
Hi, are you guys still on the segment with the cheating exes?
Yeah, you got one?
Okay. Yeah, so I actually was dating a ex-stripper, and we both had the same birthday, November 18th, and we were in Hawaii. And I had just gotten back from getting us food down in the lobby, and she was on the phone with one of my ex-best friends, business partners, and we got back from Hawaii, and I found that she was cheating on me with him, and I had rented a rental car so I could sit in the parking lot because they would notice my truck, and he said he needed to go change a tire because the tire pressures were low, and the only reason I knew he was talking about what my ex was driving is that I had let the ex for tires, and so that's how I found out that she was cheating on me. And then
tire pressure.
Tire pressure.
They broke up, and he ended up dating her mom.
Oh my gosh, is it Tish Cyrus?
Right.
Is it Noah and Tish Cyrus?
For real.
Well, I'm glad you told us her ex-occupation. She was an ex-stripper. That's really not important to the story.
It adds to
He was like,
the sliminess.
man, I dated this. She was an ex-carpenter.
And so that right there should have been,
Red flag.
I should have just known that it was never
Right on.
red flag, exactly.
Thank you, brother.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal.
They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ickowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.